Hello and welcome to OMG. I'm Natalie Jardim and today I have Colin with me. Hi Colin.
Hello, how are you?
And we would like to talk to you about renovating and ways in which you can increase value with your properties.
Yep.
And because you are such an expert in the landscaping field, I thought we would ask you some questions, 5 tips for our viewers on how they could do something that's going to spice up their garden and
Yep.
also going to increase the value.
Alright, so key number one, we're not going to do anything structural at all. Basically, if you've got a house that you want to polish up, there's a couple of simple things you can do that are very cheap. Render. Render is amazingly cheap. Acrylic render is dearer, so cement render, you can get cement renders or plasterers that'll do a really cheap job. And if you go with a cream render, if your colour scheme will work with that, you don't have to paint it. They can stay cream.
Right,
so that's a simple one. Yep. Next one, you've got the walls, now what we need to do is the roof. It is dirt cheap to paint a roof.
Do you need special paint?
You need someone to do it.
Yep.
It's still cheap.
Yep.
Because basically once you pressure clean it, and then you need to repoint tiles and do stuff like that. So you spend the money on getting someone to do it properly, but you wisely choose the person you use, not someone that's knocked on your door with a campaign. So that would be the other two.
So when you say cheap, how cheap are we talking?
Oh look, you could do a roof for a couple of grand.
Yep.
Now if you do your walls and you do your roof, the visual impact that has is amazing.
Yeah, excellent.
Absolutely. The next thing, you've got that, we now need this.
Yes.
Now paving and stuff like that will cost you a fair bit of money per square metre. What's cheaper than paving? Lawn. You can buy lawn for as cheap as $5 a square metre. Now if you're prepared to dig in and bog in and do it yourself and clear the area out, prep it and lay lawn, but you've got to have retic under it so it's going to live.
Yeah.
I've done that, bought stuff home, put it down, it dies, you've got to water it. But if you can put it down and lay, you can get a big bang for your buck for without very much. So depending, if you're staying there, you know, you're going to structure it properly, do your retic properly, and you're going to set it up how you want it. But if you just want to turn over a place and you want a large impact, you're not going to have to mould or fertilise it yourself.
True.
So,
one thing I've used is mulch.
Yeah, true.
So
absolutely.
just, you know, new fresh mulch into the area and hopefully it sells before the weeds start coming through again.
Surprising amount of people that will just build that stuff up.
Oh, you've got no idea.
So that's that, and certainly you could, like most houses are going to have concrete or existing paving or something like that. A pressure clean. You know, you clean it up and make it look sparkling. Like everybody goes, oh, I don't know, paving doesn't last very long, it looks dirty. Well, of course it does. Wash it.
Yeah.
You know, we don't wash our cars very often, but we realise you've got to wash your car. Well, your paving's the same. You don't have to do it as often, but if you keep it clean, you might need to acid wash it. But, and once again, what I would probably recommend is you use a proper contractor. But yeah, just a simple clean up with a karcher, a decent sized karcher, you can make a massive big impact there. Mulch, lawn, render, roof. How many is that? There's 4. Okay. A feature garden, just a little something, and you can do that with some limestone blocks. You can get blocks that you can simply, they're very easy to put in. You can actually get blocks that will just stack into place.
Yep.
You put sand in behind it. They're self-retaining blocks as to how they do it. And just a simple little feature somewhere, very simple. You can slap a palm in it. A few smaller plants around the bottom of it. Some, you know, whether you're looking at some mosses in the cradle or something like just some small cheap plants. Which will give you a bit of height, a bit of width, and a bit of bang for your buck as well.
Excellent.
And put that in the central area. So
fantastic.
There's a lot of stuff you can do cheap.
There is. Water features, are they still a hit?
Every job we do, we have water features in it, but you know the average water feature goes between 5 to 20,000. So
quite expensive.
You can buy kit water features though, and just bring them in, drop them on the ground, and use them. So there certainly is. There's a lot of stuff coming from Bali now. You can just put up against the wall, they just stack and all that. Very effective. You get the whole sound thing, but and they don't have to cost you a lot. You know, you can spend $1,000 to $1,500 for a massive looking Bali imported feature that comes from Java or somewhere like that. Just
excellent,
amazing stuff. So.
All right, thanks for that, Colin.
My pleasure.
I'm sure our listeners got many great tips that they can apply to their homes to add massive value.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Good one. You're welcome.